Hi everybody, thank you so much for purchasing a whole pork shoulder from us here at City Barbecue. Just want to talk a little bit about what you do with it when you get home. But first, a couple things you'll need. One of those is a nice big cutting board, enough for you to be able to support the whole pork shoulder, and then a serving tray or platter, bowl, anything that you'd like. We're just using a tray today. But when you purchase the pork shoulder, it's going to come to you wrapped in a pan like this. And once you open the pan, you'll find that the pork shoulder itself inside also is wrapped in plastic. That helps keep it nice and warm during the travel over to your house. And it may be hot when you get home, so if it's too hot for you to pick up, just let it sit out on your counter for 10-15 minutes until it cools down just a bit. Now keep in mind, whenever you're pulling pork, you usually are using your hands, but they do have a couple tools out there that you can purchase to help you do that. Here at the restaurant, and even when I'm doing this at home, I like to just get in there with my bare hands. I do have a couple gloves on. It kind of helps act like a barrier for heat. So you're just going to unwrap this pork shoulder just like that. Wow. Yeah, that is beautiful. Look at that. So this has spent about 18 hours in our smoker here. And as you can see, the bark is gorgeous. It is extremely tender and juicy. And we have bone-in pork shoulders here. So step one, grabbing this bone, and you can run your finger along it and kind of find where it is. But if you just kind of grab it and start wiggling it, it'll eventually loosen up and just come right out. Look at that. How amazing is that? And you can save this. Save this, put this in a soup, put this in a sauce. Just let it simmer. It's going to give it great flavor. One more thing that we kind of got to watch out for, and it's a tiny, tiny little piece of cartilage. And they vary from pork shoulder to pork shoulder. But if the bone is right here, it's depending on if you got a shoulder from the right side or the left side, it's going to matter where it comes, where this is in relation to the bone. So for me, the bone came up this way, the little cartilage is right here. You just want to pick that out and get rid of it. Don't want to eat that. Now we pull, and the easiest way to do that is literally just get in there with your hands and start mashing this up. As you can see, it is just falling apart tender. I like to keep all the bark on as I'm mixing this together because it's where all the seasoning is. And pork is relatively bland, so if you get that nice, deeply caramelized bark mixed into the meat, you're going to end up with some super delicious and obviously super juicy pork shoulder. So once you've got this pulled, I like it kind of left somewhat in chunks because if you don't pull it too much, it'll stay juicier longer. And if you're waiting on guests to come by and grab their serving of pork, you want them to get a nice juicy hot piece. So keep it, shred it a little bit, but try to keep it, in pieces about this big. That'll help keep it juicy. And then you just kind of pick this up, transfer it onto your serving platter. And this is barbecue, folks, so you don't have to get too fancy. Just let it go where it goes. Perfect. Yeah, that looks incredible. Pair this up with a little bit of our loco sauce or even our original sauce, and you're going to have yourself a really great time. We just want to thank you so much again for purchasing a pork shoulder from us here at City Barbecue, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.